Yo, what's up, y'all? It's a celebration. You already know it's Mr. Hood Love, Mikey B, man. It's a celebration. Got some good news. I got some I got some great news for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I shaved my beard. That's not the good news, you know what I mean? I still got my beard, you know what I mean? I took a little bit off my lip though. I don't like hearing my food and none of that. But what's up, y'all? It's a celebration. What's going on? Man, I'm blessed, man. I got some great news. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all know what it is. You know what I mean? I see y'all in the building. Who in here? Mike Velez, City Bama. What up? Salute. Word up. Shayna, wifey up in the building. It's a celebration, y'all. I got some great news, man. AP, you heard? AP, you heard? Salute. Yo, check it. Check this. Man, y'all ain't gonna believe it, man. Y'all, when I tell y'all this, man, y'all ain't gonna believe it, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Mahogany Jones, I see you, Queens, get the money. You already know, you already know. Yo, check it. After all these years, man, and I want to thank the Most High, you know what I'm saying? Jah, Rastafari, Selassie the first, you know what I'm saying? After all these years, they let Bad Mikey off parole. Yo, they let Bad Mikey off parole, man. Well, Bad Mikey been doing good in these streets, man. Bad Mikey been doing good in these streets, you heard? They let Bad Mikey off parole, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I had that L. Y'all know I had that elbow, you heard? You know I had that L. Yo, people 212, you know what I'm saying? But God is good, man. God is good, man. I've been connected to the justice or injustice system, as some might say. I've been connected to that system for 31 years. You know what I'm saying? 1994, from 1994 to 2025, I have been connected to that American justice system, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been connected to that American justice system, bro. And this is the first time since I was 18 years old. You know what I mean? I'm 49, y'all. I'm proud of my age. I'm proud of my life and where I made it to. I'm 49 years old, and they finally let me off. No, just a free man, man. Just no longer a slave, man. 31 years a slave, no longer a slave, bro. Y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know that feeling. You know what I'm saying, man? Thank everybody that helped me out, all the programs, all the organization, all the family members, all the peoples. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. Y'all been hearing my story for the last week or so, for the last, the things I've been going on. And when I read the Bible, Jamaicans, the yard man, the Rastas, they used to give me psalms. I used to read this certain psalm. I'm gonna give y'all the psalm. It's called Psalms 86. It's Psalms 86, you heard? And in Psalms 86, at the end of Psalms 86, it's something that I read daily. At the end of Psalms 86, it's like, give me a sign. You know what I'm saying? Give me some type of sign. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm going through all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm checking stuff out in the streets. And lo and behold, look what happened. My PO called me. My PO called me last night. My PO called me like, you ain't get that text? And I'm a black man. A large part of my life I was a criminal. I was in the streets. So anytime the PO call, you looking around, like you start like, hold up, what's they coming in here? She's at the door. You know what I'm saying? Where is she at? She's at the door. They coming for me. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even take her first call. I called her back. I called her back. She was like, yo, you ain't get my text. I'm like, what text? I looked in there. She was like, you got discharged from parole, man. You got discharged from parole. You know what I mean? And the narrative of some of the story that I have been speaking on is all connected to my cases and all that stuff. And God was just like giving me a sign. He's like, yo, leave that, like let that go. You know what I'm saying? Let that stuff, let that stuff go. And that's why I took them videos down, bro. You know what I mean? I didn't nobody ain't I ain't get paid. I ain't, and I stand on, the things that I spoke on. I stand on the things that I spoke on. It's just that, I took it down because it's like the ending of a thing. And the Bible also says the ending of a thing is better than the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So me getting on parole is like the ending of a cycle. You know what I'm saying? A bad cycle in my life for the last 31 years. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff, and it all came from the 90s, the people I was around. And I don't know. Let me tell you something, man. She told me that last night, and y'all know my life story. Y'all know the criminal aspect of my life story. They might have seen that shit and like, yo, he broke ties with that shit. He broke ties with those people. He broke ties with, with the streets. And it's fine. It's finally time to release this dude off of that. You know what I mean? Or God, the Most High was like, yo, it's time. It's time to let him go. You know what I'm saying? Word, it's time to let him go. You heard? Real talk. You heard? Real talk, man. Yo, salute to Di, man. Di just came home, man. Di came home yesterday. He gave. He had 100 and something years. They they um they commuted his sentence and changed his sentence. He went to the board. He made his Di's home. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Di, man. Enjoy your freedom, man. Good to see you out here. Good to see you out here, man. Yeah, man. But so I said, let me take that down. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? That was just a sign for that. You know what I mean? It was time for me to get that weight off my shoulder and to leave that alone. You know what I mean? So that's why if you look for the video and you no longer seen it up there, I took it down when I'm on parole officer. He told me I was discharged. I said to myself, this is like one of the signs I've been looking for. And I always get signs. I always get something. And I always get something when I'm going through whatever. I ask for signs to see the signs, you know what I'm saying, for discernment, to, to give me the signs of what's, and I get them. I always get those signs, you know what I'm saying? So, if y'all going through things in your life, make sure y'all saying y'all prayers, like give me a sign that I'm going in the right direction. Give me a sign to get, to tell me I'm doing the right thing, or I'm walking on the right path. Ask for those signs. They're gonna come and show you. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm off, man. I'm off, man. 31 years. 31 years, you heard? Yo, salute, Joe. Joe Burke, what up? Joe Bear. But yeah, man, that was like, yo, that was an amazing feeling. I know y'all, coming home, getting out of prison is one feeling, but that invisible chain on your leg where you can't do certain things, you can't drink, you got a curfew, you can't do this, you can't do that. And if you get the wrong PO, they on your body. You know what I'm saying? Jamal Austin, salute. You get the wrong PO, they on your body. They gonna be on your back. You know what I'm saying? Violate. You can't violate in New York for certain things, but they can still make it hard for you. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get up parole, trying to get released early, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's definitely a celebration. You heard? It's definitely a celebration, man. Word, it's definitely a celebration, man. Yo, Marley, yo, what's up, man? I'm finally off paper, man. I ain't been off paper. I ain't been a free man like this since 1994, January, bro. January 1994, man. January 1994 was the last time I was outside of custody and just a free man, you know what I'm saying? With nothing on me, no nothing. You know what I mean? That's 31 years ago. 31 years, man. Word got that off me, you know what I'm saying? But it was great work. It was great work that got me there. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to all my family, my friends, the organization, everybody. I've been calling people all day, thanking everybody. Um, you know, people that got me jobs, people that got me in position. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of great work out here. You know what I mean? It wasn't just me. Don't think they just gave this to me. Yo, E, what up? Salute. Don't think they just gave this to me because, you know, I did time and I came home and I got off. Nah, I've been working hard. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing a lot of great community work, working with a lot of kids, a lot of kids that were like myself, you know, committed crimes, juvenile delinquents, um, doing different things in the community. So, I've been working with these kids, you know what I'm saying? I've been working with communities, getting people jobs. I don't even know how many people I got jobs for, you know what I mean? Um, I could be like an employment specialist the way I be getting people jobs. You know what I'm saying? I be creating resumes and doing all that kind of stuff. Yo, listen, the Most High, he raised up a warrior, but he raised up a wise warrior. I ain't dumb. I be up here, I be talking my talk, but I'm a smart dude. You know what I mean? I did a lot of studying, you know what I'm saying? And I just pat my back on, I ain't trying to, because, I'm humble, but I'm a smart dude. I ain't no idiot, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no dummy, you know what I mean? Cholo, salute, man. But yeah, man, they let me off them papers, man. It's time to go out the country. You know what I mean? I used to be going on vacation, and I used to be wanting to go out the country. You know what I'm saying? Going to other countries, you know, Hawaii, Jamaica, Africa, do other things. And you got that life parole on you. They don't let you do none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't want to slide and try to do nothing and get booked and be like, now I gotta wait another 3, 4 years to get off parole. You know what I'm saying? So I said, let me just wait till I get off parole and let me just start sliding around, moving around, and do what I need to do. You heard? SWM Jeezy, salute. What up? Oh, Henny, salute to everybody coming in the building, man. But yeah, man, it's a celebration, man. It's a celebration. You heard? Y'all ain't got no drink, man. Drink for freedom, man. Throw a drink back for freedom. You heard? But yeah, man, y'all don't see that up there. It's because all that was involved with me. And let me tell y'all something. I didn't get no violations. New York Nikki, salute. You already know. Big Queens. Queens get the money. Yo, Sandbox Bully, salute. Yo, check it out. I ain't get no violations. I ain't, I ain't, I don't use no drugs, and they legalized weed, so I ain't get no dirty urines. I didn't get none of that stuff. I had the same address, the same work. These are the specifics to get off parole early. They want you to have the same job, the same address. They want you to have consistent work. I had consistent work the whole time. I got one job and I kept that one job the whole time I've been home. You know what I'm saying? I've been working the same job for 4 years at the same organization for 4 years since I've been home. You know what I'm saying? They love me. Salute to them for giving an opportunity to a felon coming home. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get jobs, especially a dude that got a rap sheet like mine and did some of the things that I did in the streets. Um, I had a good rap sheet. I knew some people that worked in the organization and they got me in there. I started out as a volunteer. I was doing programs with these kids that I wrote in prison, and that I used to do in prison. And and you know, they hired me. I started volunteering. I had money when I came on. I was good. So I said, let me do something good for the community and show them my work. Sometimes you got to just show your worth if you're trying to get in somewhere. Why not work for free? Yo, I worked for free for a couple of days. Why not? I was volunteering. I said, all right. So with programs, I had the programs already. So I did them with the kids. They seen me working with the kids. They seen I was consistent. I used to come in there all the time. And then they hired me as a janitor. So that's the first job on the books I ever had in my life. So I'm 45 years old. This is the first paycheck I ever get. I'm 45. I'm getting 12.50 an hour. You know what I'm saying? I'm working a part-time job for 12.50 an hour. You know what I mean? But I'm like, they give me an opportunity. Let me humble myself. Let me do this. So I'm cleaning up. I'm cleaning up. I'm doing everything good. I don't do nothing halfway. You know what I'm saying? So, I showed that I was responsible, that I was coming in, I was consistent. I wasn't on no nonsense. I was doing everything I was supposed to do. And then, like I said, y'all be telling y'all that I'm a reentry case manager. I already had the rap sheet, excuse me, the resume, the rap sheet. Look, I'm talking rap sheet. I already had the resume to do the job. When I got the janitor's job, I already had the resume. You know what I'm saying? I've been to college. I'm good on all Word, Publisher. You know, with my book writing, I took graphic design. I took business management in prison. I took a lot of different programs. So I'm nice on the computer. I could do Excel, Access, Word. I'm an animal, you heard? So when the case manager's position opened up, they gave me that. They let me go in there. They threw me in there. Yo, you came home. We need a reentry case manager to work with these people coming home, getting them jobs and stuff like that. I'm like, let me get that. So they get that made me full time, and it bumped up my pay from that 12.50 an hour I was getting. You heard? It bumped. I got about double that. I got about double that once I got the case manager's position. You know what I'm saying? And that's the job I was been working, for the last 4 years. I've been a case manager. You know what I mean? Helping people get jobs, um, programs, writing resumes. I've been to court for dudes. You could probably see that on my Instagram. I done talked to judges for kids, that been in my programs and stuff like that. I done been in the courtrooms, um, where I done been in courtrooms. The judge want to talk to me, and they don't even want to talk to the parent. Like, what does this case manager have to say? Um, So I've been doing great work, man. I did a lot of great work out here, um, and like I said, I give the glory to the Most High on that. I don't even take, my family, my friends, my supporters. Um, I give the glory to God on that. You know what I mean? For me, for me to be able to do that, for me to be able to get in there and you know, be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front, man. But yeah, man, it's been a long haul. 31 years, man. 31 years just connected to these people. You got to do what these people say, man. Yo, listen, man. If I'd have known this, and don't get me wrong, before I got to the streets, we be telling y'all stories of that. You hear about stories going to the streets and all that, but during that time, you're not hearing the whole story. We tried, yo, I shed a couple of tears to SWMGZ. I ain't trying to talk all that. I ain't trying to be up here crying right now. I'm trying to celebrate. I ain't but you hear the story of my youth. We all try to work. We try to get jobs. We was packing bags. We were doing all kind of stuff. We was young. We try to get jobs. But today is not like back in the days. Back in the days, they wasn't really giving young black people jobs like that, and they wasn't giving us jobs like that. It was hard to come by a job. You know what I mean? When we was young, you heard? Or it was hard. It was hard to get people jobs. It was hard. It was hard to get jobs. You know what I mean? Yeah, and yeah, man. Thank you, Mike Velez. But yeah, it was definitely hard. It was definitely hard to come by jobs and stuff like that. But we used to try to work, you know, just like all the neighborhood kids y'all probably was. We was shoveling snow, we was packing bags, we was raking leaves, door to door, going door to door in my community. You know what I'm saying? That's Queen stuff. That's what we do. You heard kids. They come around, they rake leaves. Even when we got my house, I see them kids out there. I usually shovel my stuff myself. But if the kids come, I always get them a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying? Because I know they trying, you know what I mean? I know they trying to make some honest money. So even when I be seeing kids with like lemonade stands, and I'll be like, I'm not gonna drink the lemonade, I give them a couple dollars, and I'll be like, yo, if you see somebody homeless, come by here, give them a lemonade, give them something. You know what I'm saying? I like to see that. I like to see them hustling out there. I like to see little kids trying to get honest money, because I know I was once one of them little kids that tried to get honest money, couldn't make a way, and I went to the streets to get, and got caught up in the streets and got the bad money. Um, so I always support any kids I see doing that. Snicker bars, they can be selling anything. Even if I'm gonna eat it or not, I always support them. You know what I'm saying? A couple dollars here, a couple dollars there. It'll go a long way, you know what I mean? But yeah, I ain't gonna front. That's how we came up in Queens, you know what I mean? We used to be raking leaves, we used to be packing bags, we used to be doing whatever we could to get some change, to get some money, you know what I mean? Carrying bags, whatever. When we was kids, we was doing all that, you know what I'm saying? Shoveling snow, we shovel snow all over St. Albans. You know what I mean? We walk around, we get them some shovels. It's a bad snow. We going door to door. You want us to shovel your snow? You want us to shovel your snow? Got you. You know what I'm saying? We used to make money, man. But like I said, God is good. I asked for these signs. I'll be getting these signs. You know what I'm saying? They let me off that. They were supposed to really nothing changed when you got life parole. They got something in New York called 3YD, which is 3-year discharge. Usually, when you keep the same status quo, work, everything's the same, then they let you go. You good. Me, for some reason, they kept me for a whole nother year. I'm like, what I'm saying? I guess my involvement, I don't know. But I kept the status quo. Ain't nothing changed from year 3 to now. I've been home 4 years. Ain't nothing changed in year 4. It was totally the same. It was totally the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And with the will of the Most High behind me, year 5 is going to continue to be the same thing. Because I ain't going to jump out of character or start acting stupid because I'm off parole or change up. If anything, I'm gonna tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Um, Sometimes when we reach goals, we get we start getting lax, and we fall back. We backtrack. But I'm moving forward. I'm forward. I'm moving forward with my life. I'm moving forward with everything. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm moving forward with my life. I'm moving forward with everything. I ain't going backwards. You know what I'm saying? I'm going forward. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I had to come out here and let y'all know. I've been telling y'all. I've been giving we've been having a conversation. That's what I call this. We've been having like a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Um, and a lot of my family, some friends, they like, yo, don't tell nobody. Don't. I'm like, maybe I can motivate somebody. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can motivate somebody that's going through whatever, that's on parole. That's like, yo, I'm not even doing this no more because they ain't letting me off. I should have been off. You know what I mean? Just you gotta stick to the script. You can't give up. You know what I mean? They say tough times don't last, but tough people do. You know what I mean? So I had to give this to y'all. You know what I mean? You're wrong. You already know, but I had to give this to y'all. I had to share my success with y'all. You know what I mean? I'll be sharing all the nonsense, all the garbage. And don't get me wrong, I walk my walk, I stay on my stance with the way I live my life now, not only for myself, to help other people, and to also release a lot of guys that's like me laid up in prison, get hit at the board. They hit a lot of people at the board. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be going back to prison and being the reason why they hold the dude that used to be down with the gang or in the gang or whatever. And and they don't want to let him go because Mikey B just wilded out of New York and came back. That stuff changed. Let me tell you something. When things happen out here in the streets with parolees and it's a big news, that affects parole boards. I have seen that myself. That affects people. That affects people coming home. That affects people coming home, yo. George Bush said Trump got you off. Man, I don't know Trump, man, but I don't know. I know Trump is going to change it. Y'all asked for him, y'all got him. He going in already. The Most High got me off, and guided me the right way to do the right things. You know what I'm saying? The choices that I made, that's what got me off. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't do that. I did that so the next dude could get the next dude like me could get out. You know what I'm saying? They be holding people back, man. When we go back, y'all hear these dudes catching these big cases, Republicans, Democrats, or whatever. Sometimes they use that case to say, yeah, they let him out and he did this, that, and the third, and they try to hold other people in for that. And I'm telling you, it affects that next parole board, them next 2 parole boards. Whatever happened, it might 6 months. Might be hitting everybody with whatever crime that was committed that's big in the news. They start getting hit. They start getting hit. Believe me. I don't know. I don't know if y'all pay attention or if y'all had to go to parole boards and things like that, or if y'all ever got hit at a parole board. But the stuff that goes on out in these streets in the news with big cases and parolees. it affects the next. It affects people, bro. It affects people on the inside. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted my work out here. I wanted my life to be, a good example for the next person. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be able to open up the door for the next person. I want them to be able to use an example, me and his example. Like, yo, look, son was doing all this. He came to jail for this. He was doing this in prison. And look, he turned it all around. I could do it too. You know what I'm saying? Word up. You know what I mean? If y'all ain't hear nothing, y'all hear that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can come out here, y'all can change all that, whatever you doing. And yo, salute to La Brim. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he going through. I don't know what he going through, but I see a lot of dudes bombing him on the internet, man. But salute to La Brim, man. You know, I wish he would have made that choice earlier, before the loss of life, before all them young kids that was under him, went to prison, all the people that got caught up in them indictments went to prison. But, God comes to us all at our own times. You know what I'm saying? He got his own. I can't knock homie for doing what he do when he do it, or, for his reasons. That's his reasons. That's his calling. You see what I'm saying? We all get our calling at a different time. You know what I mean? Hopefully this sends a wave to a lot of other people because a lot of people respected homie. You know what I'm saying? And I understand people have their opinions and stuff, but only God can judge him. Only person that's gonna be his judge is God. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna judge that man. And it's like you can't win if he stayed in the gang and he's in prison and he's doing all this stuff and he continued to hurt his community and hurt his people. We'd be on the internet going on him for that. But now that he changed his life, he changed his ways. He gave his life to God. You know what I'm saying? He stopped repping. Now everybody going, you can't lose, man. You can't win. And it's like you can't win with your own people. A lot of the people that I hear ridiculing La Brim is people that, from his community, guys that were in gangs. It's like you can't win with your own people, man. It's hard, man. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you do, you make a change for the better. No matter when you make a change for the better, it's always a good change. You know what I'm saying? It took a while for me to have to learn. It took a while for me to make my change and, get on the right track and do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? But I did it. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't gonna be at your time. It's gonna be at the time that, the most high wants you to make your change, you heard? That's when it's gonna come. That's when that change gonna come. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I ain't gonna front, man. Like I said, I don't know I don't know his intentions. I only know I can go by what he said. I know he was a dude that stood on his word. Um, Court rules, people be lying. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know if he lying or not. I don't know what's going on with homie. You know what I'm saying? I just know a religious conversion is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna come up here on the internet and get down on homie and he trying to do what's better for his life and make a good change. I can't get down on nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't get down on a dude that I know, you know, and what he repped and what he did in his life. He stood firm on that. He stood firm on, you know, the life that he chose. You know what I'm saying? And now he's making a change on his life. You know what I'm saying? Word up. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel so good, man. I feel so good to be off that paperwork. I gotta worry about that, man. Now it's time to get that passport. You know what I'm saying? Get that passport. You heard? Yeah, man. It's time to get that passport. But yeah, that's how I really feel. And like I said, it's new beginnings, but it's a closing. It's a closing of a chapter, but it's opening up to new beginnings as well. You know what I'm saying? It's new beginnings as well. It's time for me to you know, buckle up. That's why I took them things down. I've been out here on a positive vibe, not trying to destroy nobody's life, not trying to do certain things. But just checking situations, you know what I'm saying? But it's just time for me to buckle up and leave that stuff, leave that past in the past, you know what I'm saying? I came clean, you know what I mean? Y'all heard my truths, y'all heard my truth. If you believe it or you don't, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But you know, just clearing out the path, you know, I had to shut that down, you know what I mean? And I ain't even, you know, yeah, man. Yeah, man, it's a celebration, y'all. It's a celebration, you heard? It's a celebration, man. They let me off parole. I'm good though, man. You know, that was a long time coming. That was a long time coming, you know what I'm saying? And you know, when you got life parole, if I would have caught a violation and went back to prison, you know they could have just kept hitting me. If I went to prison, start cutting up, getting into stuff, they could have just put me in there and just started hitting me more, hitting me more, hitting me again for your whole life. They could just hold you in there. I know dudes that did 20 years in hits, 10 years, 24 hits is 10 years. I did 12 years in hits. I did 12 years in hits, you heard? Um, I went to my first board in 2009. I went to my first board in 2009 due to a case called the Richardson case. I was on parole when I caught my case. Um, and I came home in 2021. I got hit in 2009 with 2 years, and I got hit almost. I think one year I got hit with 18 months, and 1 year was like a year. It was something like that, and they had messed my paperwork up, so they had to postpone my board. But I got hit with 24 months 5 times. I got hit 10 years, and I got hit with like a year, 18 months one time. They pushed my board back. So it was like the last part, I was trying to straighten out my paperwork, and they used to have to pause my parole board for them to straighten my paperwork out because they had a lot of stuff. You got hit 5 times too, Jais. Jais in the building. Salute, man. Make sure I go subscribe to Jais. Go subscribe to the people. Jais said they got hit 5 times too. My first, my first, my first 5 appearances though, I got hit with 24 months. Um, I think my last one, I made my 7th parole board. 5, I got like 18 months. My last board, I got hit with 1 year. My 6th board, I got hit with 1 year, and they sent me to a medium. I said, yo, I gotta walk straight. I gotta walk straight, and I can get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I was laying low. You know, I wasn't getting into nothing. I wasn't doing too much. I ain't catch no tickets, and they let me go. You know what I'm saying? But they put me in one of the worst jails. You know what I'm saying? They put me in one of the worst jails. Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? Let Jolly the way. But yeah, man, you know, I give all the props to the Most High. You know what I mean? Even the Psalms came from the rosters. They gave me the Psalm. You know what I mean? I'll be reading Psalm 86. You heard? If y'all got a time, y'all mess with the Bible, check out Psalm 86. You know what I'm saying? That's something. Thank you, baby. That's something that I would read. That's just something that I would read daily. That I still read daily now. You know what I'm saying? But I started reading that in prison. A lot of other Psalms too. I was reading about 3 or 4 Psalms every day. You know, every night I used to read those Psalms. You know, before I do my prayers and stuff like that. I had a lot of things that I was to recite because you know you wanna speak a lot of things to existence. You know what I'm saying? The things that you want, and you could change all that up, and you could change it all up. And the world, you know, this is attraction. Once you believe, what you really believe, then everything can happen for you. You heard? How about I avoid tickets? I stayed out the way. I stayed out of politics. I stayed out of nonsense. I got into stuff. I got into a couple of things, and it almost went left. It almost went left in that medium. It almost went left. Right, it almost went left. It almost went left a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it. Don't think it was an easy. It was an easy walk. Um, and I had to like suit up. I had to suit up a couple times. Real talk. I had to suit up and really run down. I had to run down a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Um, But job was working, and those situations worked out for me to get out here. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, you're always going to have conflict. You're always going to have problems, but it's how you react to those problems is what shows you who you really are. You see what I'm saying? And in prison is a violent place, so you got to always be ready for things to go left. But you want to lead with the right foot. You want to make the right decisions. You don't want to initiate violence. If you're trying to get up out of there, you want to use all options to try to settle conflict, to settle things without violence. And that's how you basically do it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna let nobody do nothing to me or none of that. I ain't going out like that. But on the same token, things it almost went left. Two good times, two good times I had to actually like really suit up. I had to really suit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the most high was working, and those situations worked out. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I said, what I mean? I give all that grace to the most high. Nah, I wasn't. Nah, I definitely wasn't starting no trouble. I wasn't with that. I was making food, cooking. I was nice with cooking. I got nice with the cooking. I learned a lot of things. I used to eat, work out. That's it. Eat and work out. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was really doing. I wasn't into no politics. I wasn't into no nonsense. I definitely was in a. I was around a couple of dudes in a gang, and that's when all the situations really happened around. But I wasn't in a gang. I was down. I was around a few individuals that was in the gangs. But there's no way to get around that when you're in prison. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to get around it. You heard? I had a good job. Dudes coming to the facility, they see me first. I'm facilitating programs. I'm doing alternative to violence. I was facilitating a program. I was I was doing documents. You come in, I get your, I order your. I don't actually order it, but I put in for your ordering. If you need your birth certificate or your social security card, I was helping dudes with their resumes when they was going home. You know what I'm saying? I learned all that stuff in prison, man. I learned how to do all that stuff with resume writing and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, free Sonny Black. That's right, free Sonny Black. Word up. But yeah, it almost got nasty a couple times. You know what I'm saying? It almost got nasty. You know what I mean? But God was working. You know what I mean? God was working. Word. I had to hold down a few fools. Stuff was going down, man. It's prison. You know what I mean? Stuff is going down all the time in prison. The best spots, the best spots, stuff is going down. Something's happening. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be the one in the police face. You can't be the one in dude's face. You got to stay on your time and you got to stand on your square. You know what I mean? We got to, and let me tell you something. That last year, that last year was easy. I used to be in my cube playing mad video games. You heard? I had about 1,500 songs on my tablet because the tablet. Yo, the tablet got me home. You heard? Yo, listen, the jail tablet changed prison. You heard? The jail tablet changed prison because you ain't gotta go nowhere. You ain't gotta go. You ain't gotta do too much. You heard? Yo, the tablet. Yo, listen, I had mad video games. I had like 1,500 songs. I used to put my headphones on. I used to put my headphones on and listen to music and play video games in my cube. Lay back, get on my tablet, play video games, look at emails. My family sending me pictures. Salute to everybody that was sending me pictures, sending me a bunch of pictures. I always sending me pictures on the tablet. My tablet is always loading. You go out there, you plug your tablet in, you can load up. And that's what I was doing, you know what I'm saying? Yo, the tablet, we couldn't, I think they can use the phone on the tablet now. Only thing we couldn't do is we couldn't use the phone on the tablet. Emails, pictures, video games, music, books. You could read books on the tablet, everything. You know what I mean? Thank everybody for those pictures and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. You know? Appreciate y'all. But yeah, emails and the letters and all that. Man, that's support. You know what I mean? A lot of people like. A lot of people, like, don't really respect that. But listen, that mean a lot. That mean a lot to get some words, to get some pictures. You know what I mean? You load up your tablet, ain't nothing on it, nobody checking for you, nobody doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's whack. You know what I mean? But I had a lot of people sending me pictures and stuff like that. A lot of family checking, a lot of friends sending me different stuff. So that was good. You know what I mean? I got stamps on my JP right now. I'm gonna send some people some. I'm about to hit everybody up, and I'm gonna hit on my mans. I'll be hitting a few cats in prison myself. I'm gonna hit them with the good news. Send them some pictures. I ain't send no pictures. I ain't gonna front. I ain't send no pictures in a little minute now. I'm about to hit a few cats up. I know a few cats doing life that I'll be hitting up. I'll be talking to them. I send them a little web message, send them an email, send them some pictures. The last little while I've been busy. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing a lot, but I'm gonna make some time for that. I'm gonna make some time. Now I was talking about that today. Tonight I'm gonna send them some pictures. I'm gonna send some pictures to the pen. You know what I mean? Um, Little quick scribe. You know what I'm saying? Something light. You know what I mean? Tap in real quick. Let dudes know I got off the paperwork and all that. Now I can go see a couple of my friends. I don't mind pulling up on the people. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, it feels so good. It feels so good to be free, man. To be free of that stuff, man. I couldn't just go up. I couldn't just go up the state and see people. You couldn't. I couldn't do a lot of things that I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And being that, you know, living in Syracuse, New York, you close to mad prisons right there. Auburn right there. Five Point right there. You could pull up on people. Elmira right there. You know what I'm saying? I come down to New York. I can stop in a city. I can stop at Shawanga or Sullivan and pull up on somebody and just say what's up. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man. I'm gonna do that now though. You heard? I'm definitely gonna pull up on a couple of my peoples. You heard? But yeah, man. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last, man. R.I.P. to Martin Luther King, man. Word up. Life parole, bro. Gave that life back. I gave life back. Y'all know what that's like, bro. You know what I was facing? Salute to my mother, salute to my wife. Check it out. When I was in court, I was going to trial for my case. Even though I know I did it, I was going to trial. My mother said, my lawyer was like, yo, talk to him. We at trial. They did a hearing. I'm about to pick the jurors. My mother's like, my compound is 15 to life. My mother said to me, she said, yo, listen, you know what you did. She said, you know what you did. Don't play with them people. You know what I'm saying? Go in there. We're gonna be here for you. I'm gonna be here when you come home. I'm gonna be here when you come home. You know what you did. And she was right. So I was gonna fight. I had Scott Burson. I had a good lawyer, one of the best lawyers in Queens at that time. I'm like, I'm going to trial. You know what I'm saying? My case was kind of weak, even though, I had some statements against me and stuff like that. My case was weak. You know what I'm saying? Um, the dudes I was involved with, them dudes ain't talk. You know what I mean? So my case is really like weak. So I'm like, I'm going. My mom's though, she stopped me. You heard? Y'all would have never seen Bad Mikey on YouTube. You heard? Y'all might have, China and them might have been going in on me. Yo, Mikey B is still up north calling shots. He got 50 years. He getting the homies locked up. They would have been out here going in on me. You heard? Because listen, I was going to trial. You heard? But my mom's, man, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to Fubu. That's right. R.I.P. to Fubu, man. But my mom, she was like, yo, I'm gonna be here for you, the family. We gonna be here for you. But don't do nothing. Take that time. You know what you did. You know you did it. You know what I mean? You know what's up. Take your time. Do your time. And I took it. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes you gotta listen. I ain't listening a lot. But at important times, I'll be listening. And at important times, and that was one of those times. You know what I'm saying? You gotta listen to the elders. You gotta listen to the OGs. You know what I'm saying? They there for a reason. You heard? They did them OGs, them elders. They there for a reason. You heard? Heard up. I listened and I came home and she was right there waiting for me at the door with my wife. My brother, my family, my sister. My nieces, all of them was right there waiting for me. You know what I mean? My man Beretta, um, Cameron, from the parole preparation project. Listen, if y'all got people on that's fighting cases that keep getting hit on the parole board, it's an office in Manhattan called the Parole Preparation Project. Google the parole, three P's, Parole Preparation Project. They help you prepare. They volunteers. They backed by lawyers. They help you appeal. They help you do the whole process that you need to do to get out of prison. They help you put your package together, your parole package together. So if you're having a hard time and you're not making parole boards, you're getting hit, and you in New York State, make sure you contact the Parole Preparation Project. I don't know if it's still going. I think they are. They was out of Manhattan. But if you know people that need help, send them there. Send them. The people is great. You know what I'm saying? They helped. They did a great job, man. They was like, let me tell you something. Them people treated me better than my lawyers, and they was just good volunteers for the community coming to help people come get out. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the main reasons. Like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, don't understand my story. But when I really fell back, is because they came to me. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the main things that pushed me. It was a lot going on at the same time. It was a lot going on with me at the same time. That's when I was in the mix of all that, all the politics y'all might have heard about. I ain't even gonna go into that. But a lot of the politics, y'all, they came to me. So I'm going through all these politics with the homies, and now I got free lawyers, free volunteers that's helping me to get out of prison. So it's either me stay with the gang, go through the set tripping that I was experiencing at that time, and continue to go through that, or just fall back, work with these lawyers, and go home. I chose the lawyers. I chose freedom. I chose freedom. And let me tell you something. We all get these important life altering forks in the road, and they always come back to us. We always get a chance to write the course. And we always, sometimes we go left. We go left. You know, but that was one of them times I knew I had to go right. I knew I had to go right. And when I wrote the homies, when I wrote everybody and I wrote the homies and I was really committed to letting it all go, I told them about that. I told them, like, yo, this is what I got going on in my life. I don't need this. You know what I'm saying? I said all the things, but that actually came up. That came up. You see what I'm saying? Salute Queens in the building. You already know, man. But yeah, man, it's always going. I don't care what you're going through in your life. It's always going to be. And this is like even me getting off parole. I see that as another. I see that as another opportunity for me to write the course, the direction that I'm going in on YouTube, the stuff that I'm going into. Guidance. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we closing that chapter. That's what this parole. We closing that. I took them videos down because that was the chapter, the narrative of my life for the last 31 years. You know what I mean? The story that y'all heard is the begin in 1994. You see what I'm saying? It's ending with me getting off parole in 2025. You see what I'm saying? That story's from the 90s, bro. We talking about that in 2025. You know what I mean? So I had to take that down. You know what I'm saying? Because I know this is definitely, I know this is definitely one of them signs I be asking the Most High for. You know what I mean? When I read that Psalms every night. You know what I'm saying? I know it's one of them signs, you know? It came one day after me going in on the internet again. One day after. Guess what? If I was released, and let me show y'all something. And I told you this on one of the stories when I exposed somebody. I'm not going into that because that's behind me as well. But I found out a lot of stuff after I left the gang. A lot of things were revealed to me, right? Same thing. If I was released, Off parole last year, I would still have a lot of these same connections, a lot of these people. But obviously, God wanted these people out of my life. God wanted me away from certain people and certain stuff. You see what I'm saying? My family, when you kids, a lot of that stuff, don't mess with this people. Don't I ain't listen. But obviously, because right one day after that shit, my parole officer called me, bro. One day. The next day, you off parole. That ain't a sign I ain't never seen one, you heard? If that ain't a sign of they don't exist, man. If that is not a sign they don't exist, yo. They wanted me away from them. They wanted me off that and away from them and away from these dudes. If you're not understanding that, you can't see. And like I said, my family, they wanted me to keep this to myself. But I said, I'm in a conversation with, I got a conversation going on. And I can't leave that conversation just wide open. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give him the success. I give him the garbage. I give him the nonsense. So I gotta give him the success. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give him the success. I have to come and give y'all this. You know what I mean? Y'all been riding with me. Y'all been supporting me. Y'all been pulling up, listening to some of my garbage, going through the craziness I be doing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I had to give y'all the success. You know what I mean? I had to give y'all the success, you heard? I couldn't pull up and not give y'all the success, you heard? But that's definitely a closing of a chapter. One day after that nonsense, one day after all that stuff, one day, the next day, all right, hit me up, Smith Brothers, hit me up. Mikey B is free. And let me tell you something. Y'all know when I came home, I had like my social media, I had my YouTube. A lot of my stuff was Mikey B is free. If you noticed, I consistently changed that to Mikey B the author. You know what I'm saying? I'm slept on as an author. My poetry, my work is really slept on. I got more books, but I'm a great author. And I'll be wondering like, will people recognize me 100 years after I'm gone for my work? You know what I'm saying? For my writings. Will they really be big later on in my life? You know what I'm saying? But some of that is from, you know, my life story, other things in my life downplay me my being an author. A lot of people don't respect me for being an author because other things like my affiliations are bigger than that. My character is really not the author. So I made sure I streamlined that across all of my social media that, Mikey be the author. I'm an author. I'm a great writer. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's like, I'm an underrated writer. You know what I mean? I'm just a person that's underrated at this time, but a lot of people in their lives was underrated until they was gone, and then you really see the greatness, or people later years seen the greatness in their lives. A lot of people they ain't eat off their writings. You know what I'm saying? Generations later, all their writings was like seen as this great person. Like yo, they missed him in his life. Might have died bored, might have died broke, and was just writing. You know what I'm saying? But I know I'm slept on because the other things, other exploits in my life, outshadowed my writings. You know what I mean? And I don't want that to be the case anymore. And that's why I told you I'm gonna drop a book every month because I don't want that to be the case anymore. I want to lead with I'm a writer, yo. I'm a writer in this world, and forget the gangster, forget all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a writer. You know what I mean? Word up. It's important. It's important for us to go hard and to be recognized. If we musicians, like the other day I was talking about going outside and doing certain stuff. When I go outside and doing certain stuff, I don't go out there on gangster timing. If we're going to make music, we're going to make money, then that's what I do. I'm not trying to go out there on a different time and trying to start stuff and fight in the club or nah. We out here to get money. We out here to promote our products. We out here to be the good businessmen and women. You see what I'm saying? We coming out here to get bread. We ain't coming out here to be on no dumb out time and messing up the money and because we got around people and act stupid. You know what I'm saying? Got to take ourselves and our craft seriously. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way somebody's gonna respect you is if you take yourself and yourself seriously. You heard? You don't take yourself seriously, nobody else is gonna take you seriously. Nobody else is gonna take you seriously. You know what I mean? That's why I make sure when I'm doing my little rounds, I post it up on social media so you can see me doing my poetry and different things. And I'm gonna start posting more of my poetry. I write poetry all the time. I usually write like in a day. Today I was writing. Today I was writing some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, Today I was writing some stuff. I put it in my notes. I'm always writing something. If I'm not writing like sitting down and writing a solid book, I'm writing poetry in my notes. I'm putting it in my. This is what I was writing today. I'll give y'all an example. Look, I'm gonna show y'all something. Show y'all something real quick. Show y'all how I give it up. And whatever you do, you just gotta stay on it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay on it. You can't be. You gotta be consistent. You know what I mean? You gotta be. You gotta be consistent. You gotta be consistent. This today. This my notes. You gotta be consistent. You know what I'm saying? The poem I was writing today is called Strength. I said, learning my history taught me love and built my confidence. Beatings and neighborhood battles made me tough. Fighting the fighting the oppressor of my peoples taught me bravery. Reading the Bible and praying built my spiritual strength and discernment. Studying life and building with the elders made me wise. Studying the greats gave me perspective and vision. Introspection gave me a view of my true self. Meditation connected me to the sea of endless knowledge. That was just something like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finished it yet, but that's how I'll be writing. I might write something. I wrote that today. I wrote that today, you know what I'm saying? 12:15 p.m. I wrote that today at 12:15 p.m. That's my notes on my phone. That's it right there, strength. And that's the notes on my phone. But if you're a writer, you always gotta write. It's probably gonna be something longer. Um, but that was just on my mind, you know what I'm saying? So I put it down. I write it in my phone. I got an iPhone, you got notes, you got a notepad in there. I use it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can speak it in. I'll be doing voiceovers, I'll be making music, I'll be doing all kind of stuff, you know what I mean? But just stay on your craft. People is not gonna respect you till you respect yourself. You know what I mean? Stay on top of your business, you know what I mean? I know some I know some people, the life I led is always gonna overshadow me being an author to them. My day ones and my friends and certain people from my block, they are never gonna really see me as this new person until I'm mega big. If I'm mega big, then they can see me as this new person. But they are never gonna see me. They're never gonna see me as this person because they all it's outshadowed by some of my exploits in the community that I did when I was young. I'm still chasing. I'm still chasing stuff from the '90s that's stamped in people's minds. You see what I'm saying? I'm still chasing stuff from the '90s that I have done that people can't get over, and they always gonna look at me as a gangster. They always gonna look at me as this person or this bad, this horrible person. You know what I mean? They never gonna see the new me. They never gonna see the new me. But it's up to you to make sure they recognize and see the new you. You see what I'm saying? It's up to you to make sure they do that. It's up to you. You understand? They never gonna recognize that some people's always gonna hold you to you a felon. You a criminal. I don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? We look for jobs. We go to do certain things. You know, we get haunted by you get haunted by your rap sheet. You get haunted by your record. You know what I'm saying? I have been haunted by stuff I did 30 years ago. They still using 30 years ago background checks, you heard? Yo, salute, Kirk. But see, let me tell you why they don't acknowledge the change. They don't acknowledge the change because they don't see what you went through to make the change. They don't see you going to school. They didn't see me in college. They didn't see me get my GED in prison. They didn't see me become a teacher's aide and help other dudes get their GED. They didn't see none of that. Only the last thing they seen was me busting a gun on Linden and Farmers, hearing about me going to prison. You know, the last thing they seen was probably something crazy from when I was in the 90s. And that's cemented in their mind. So they never gonna see the new person that you are unless you really become famous. And then they really gonna see you because of the money and you know, even if you're a rapper that didn't make it, you just a rapper that ain't make it. It's a bunch of them in the hood. So they're not gonna really see you as a rapper. They're not gonna check for you as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, yo, that's Mikey. Mikey, he trying to rap, but some people's never gonna see you till you make it. Then everybody gonna be on you. Yo, so I knew my son was gonna make it. I knew it. You ain't buy my books, you ain't support me, you ain't share it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even share my book. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I don't hold no grudges. I just know how life is. I just know how life works, you heard? Yo, Four Corners, I see you. What's up? Salute, man. Yo, go follow my brother Four Corners, man. Got great content over there, you heard? Word up. But they never gonna see that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make them see that, you know what I mean? When I step out and I be doing my stuff, I be doing my work, I be doing poetry, they be having their little poetry events, I be going through there, I be doing my stuff and they see it, you know what I'm saying? They be seeing stuff, they know what they dealing with, you know what I mean? But if you ain't and in them type of games like rapping, confidence is everything. If you ain't got the confidence, if you ain't got that, then you ain't got nothing. It's over, you heard? It's over. It's over for a start. If you don't believe in you, if you don't believe in yourself, if you can't walk in a room like, yo, listen, I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I was up there, the poets ain't really know me when I stepped out there. I got some poetry stuff on my Instagram. Matter of fact, I'm gonna probably pin it. I'm gonna pin one of them. But I recorded some of it. But before somebody went before me, that was really they knew them as a poet. Everybody's light camera was on. Everybody's light was on, and they didn't know me, so they turned their lights off. But I said, nah, turn your lights back on. You heard? You gonna want to record this. You know what I mean? You gotta have that, man. You gotta have in that you don't got confidence, man. People's not gonna respect you. People don't, if you ain't got that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can have confidence and still have your humility. You see what I'm saying? You can still be humble and confident at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about be braggadocious because it's a difference. You could be confident and still be humble. You see what I'm saying? You could be humble and exude confidence. You see what I'm saying? So it's a fine line, you know what I mean? And you followed up with great work. If you a skilled writer, if you a skilled person, then it's gonna be what it's gonna be. They're gonna have to jack you, they're gonna have to respect you. You see what I'm saying? I don't care if you got a mic in your hand if you don't. When you stepping out there like that and your skills is right, your confidence is right, then you looking at a bag. You know what I'm saying? You looking at some money coming your way, you heard? You're looking at some money coming in with you, but you gotta exude it like you gotta step in a room like I'm the best. Look at Kanye. Kanye was rapping like he rapped since he was back in the days when he ain't had no money. If you think about it, Kanye came through the door. If you think about that, and I'm not saying Kanye is braggadocious. He kind of the other way. But all of our greats, all of the greatest rappers, the Tupacs, the Biggies, the Nas, you couldn't tell them that they wasn't the best rapper when they ain't have no money. You couldn't tell them they had the best freestyles. You couldn't tell them you could hear it on the track. You see what I'm saying? You can hear it on the track, you heard? That's how you want to be in your life. I don't be doing too much where my character, my personality is not going to shine and show my confidence. You see what I'm saying? But it's very important to build your confidence back up. It's very, if you don't have it, because a lot of people don't have confidence. People shy. I know rappers that I'm like, yo, let me hear something. And they be like, yo, nah. I'm like, yo, you a shy rapper? How they don't even, that's an oxymoron. How you a shy rapper? You heard? All the guys I know, that was nice. Oh, you want to hear something? What kind of joints you want to hear? Well, let me hear something about the ghetto, you know what I'm saying? Let me hear something about, what I mean, whatever. And they're gonna give you something that's fly, and they're gonna be like, oh, son is really nice. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't really do that, then you're not really on craft, you're not really on point with you gotta be able to spit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to, you gotta be able to go, you know what I mean? Word, man. But freedom is a must, you know what I'm saying? Freedom is a must, you know what I mean? Be hearing, the Rastas, Jocks, Jamaicans, and all that. Jock really came up. I think Jock came up with that slogan: "Rise up, freedom is a must." You know what I mean? And it's like freedom is a must, man. You got to believe it. You ain't gonna believe it, you ain't gonna get it. You heard? You already know Four Corners. Word up. But yeah, man. God is good, man. God is good. Another success. Gotta keep stacking them successes, small or not. I don't care what it is. You know what I mean? Be thankful for it, and go reach the next goal. You got one goal, because this was a goal to get a parole. This is one of my goals, you know what I'm saying? Reach the next goal. Buy another house, get another car, take another trip, do this, do that, you know what I'm saying? And you want to write the goals down. You want to write certain stuff down. You want to put it down. This is what I'm trying to do, you heard? But it's definitely a celebration, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all here all night, but I just wanted to spread I want to let y'all know the good news. I want to let y'all know the good news, you know what I'm saying? Give thanks to the Most High, you know what I mean? Jah Rastafari Selassie the first, you know what I mean? All praise due, as always. Yo, I appreciate you, the Sixth Region, man. Thanks for setting up the super chat, man. It's a celebration, man. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, man. Word up. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, man, God is good, Our work, you know what I'm saying? Our work is not in vain. Don't think that, you know what I'm saying? Because as soon as you give up, that's when you was gonna make it happen, you heard? Right, right. Love hip hop, man. I love hip hop. But yeah, man. Yo, True Melon, what's up? Salute. You already know, you heard? Off that parole, bro. Off that paper, you heard? Off paper, you heard? Off paper, man. They let me off them papers, man. Free man, you heard? That invisible chain is gone, bro. That invisible chain, that shit, that's gone, bro. Word, man. God is good, man. Got me up out of that, man. The Most High, man. Jah Rastafari Selassie the first. Got me up out that, man. Free that man. Free that man. Salute to Di. Di just came home, you heard? Yeah, free Twan. You already know, free Twan, man. And I forgot somebody. I forgot R.I.P. to Hypo. Mike Sawyer. Mike Sawyer was from Linden and Farmers with us too. He used to be out there with us on that block with us too. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his own thing. He wasn't really active, but I forgot Hypo. I forgot Mike Sawyer. You know what I'm saying? I forgot Mike Sawyer. He used to be out there with us. You heard? Word up. I forgot Mike Sawyer. That's a fact. Free Hypo. Excuse me. R.I.P. to Hypo. R.I.P. to Mike Sawyer. You heard? Yo, that invisible chain, man, Dream Chasers, that invisible chain is a that shit, it's like a weight. When you on that parole, you on that paper, it's a weight. That's like something that's lingering over your head. You can't just go and do business. You can't just slide and go here and go there. You can't just do, even if you want to do good things, you got to get a pass for this. Some people might deny you from going certain places, doing certain things. It's like, yo, man, let me live my life. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this off me, you heard? I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing out here, you heard? I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing right here. Get this off me, you know what I'm saying? And God got it up off me, you heard? He got it up off me, you know what I'm saying? Word. That right there, 31 years, bro. 31 years, I have not, this is the first time in 31 years I have been free, completely free of a connection to the justice system of America, bro. 1994 to now, I either been on parole or locked up. From 1994 to 2025 January. 1994 January to 2025 January. I have not been, I've had a connection to the justice system, bro. Word. And most of that time, 27 years was in prison. 27 of those years 27 of those 31 years was in prison. You know what I mean? Four and a half of them was in the streets. Or 4 years was in the streets, 27 in prison. 31 years, bro. 1994, January, 2025, January. That's a generation loss, sure. That's a whole generation. Th- That's a generation. That's a whole generation, you heard? 25 years a generation. 25 years a generation. That's a whole generation, and almost a half. I know brothers that did 43. I know brothers that did 33 and came home. I know some that's doing good out here, 43 years. I know might be out here doing good, still, working for the people, still doing good work out here. 43 years, you heard? But yeah, that's the closing of a chapter. That's the closing of a chapter, you know what I'm saying? A lot going on TV. Yo, what up? Smitty Cosmology Base. Salute. You already know. Yeah, man, that's a generation, man. That's the closing of a chapter, man. 31 years, man. 31 years, man. Connected to that justice system. I finally got that off me, yo. I can do what I want, go what I want. I can't say nothing. I don't need no pass. I used to have to go to travel pass. Yo, I'm going over here to see my family for Christmas. I come to my office tomorrow to get a travel pass. I'm going over there. I want to go on vacation to Miami. All right, how many days you going for? I'm 40 something years old. I gotta answer up. I gotta answer in. I gotta check in, man. Y'all don't want to get connected to this justice system, man. I'm telling you, y'all don't want to y'all don't want to get connected to that justice system because there's no men. There's no men. There's no women. There's only kids. You heard? You a kid. You a child. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna treat you like a child till you disconnect yourself from that shit. You heard? It's gonna take a lot of work. Appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a lot of work. You know what I mean? And to a lot of stuff that I did. Yo, Stacey Galore, appreciate you for the cash app. Appreciate the cash app. I don't even got my cash app up. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the cash app though. Word. But it's like, a lot of guys like, La Brim story is big right now. Wolf Wolf story is big right now. La Brim came up after us. Wolf came up with me and a little bit before me. But these guys is like, they go in a federal lockup. A lot of the guys, These guys that you hear is my sparring partners, the Frank Whites, the Magoos, all these guys that you hear going to these Rod Diggs, which came up under me. He came up under us, after us. You know, a lot of these goons going to federal pen. You know, you got Shaquell out here, you got Mandu out here, you got, you got Pee Wee out here, you got Moshe out here, you got Ashan out here. You know, you got a lot of dudes that was, you seeing right now, you seeing the separation of dudes, you know what I'm saying? You know, some of us, and let me tell you something, a lot of us out here in these streets, we could have easily went the other way. You know what I mean? Our decision making was different than a lot of these guys' decision making. So understand that, understand what you're seeing. And these guys, the man dudes, the shot quells, these are all solid characters. Shy Nitty, you know, Pee Wee, these are all solid dudes. No, I don't care what they went through with the homies or what was going on. These dudes are solid dudes, you know what I'm saying? They all stand up dudes, you know what I'm saying? I shine. Salute to all of them out here. KK. Salute to all of them, you know what I'm saying? But you are getting a clear vision of what you can be either way. You know what I'm saying? You involving yourself with that stuff. Some dudes is finding religion. Some dudes is getting work, just doing their own thing. Talking to these kids. You got AZ out here. You know what I'm saying? Salute to AZ. Salute to all the guys out here doing the right thing, doing good by the people. You know what I'm saying? I seen Sha Bay. Salute to Sha Bay. He out here. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it's a lot of guys, man. It's a lot of guys out here. You know what I mean? But what you seeing is though the difference. The difference in the two. Salute to Di. Di out here. He just came home yesterday. He gave back 100 and something years. He had 100 and something years and he home. Them numbers, that shit don't mean nothing. That life, I ain't even have numbers on the back. Like, you be hearing dudes got parole. Y'all got 3 more years. I got 2 more years. I had letters on parole. I had letters on parole. And if they give you a number, when I get on parole, it was all nines all the way across the whole sheet. And I'm off that shit in 4 years. Them numbers don't mean nothing. Don't focus on them numbers. Yo, focus on changing your life. Focus on doing good for your family, doing good for yourself. Them numbers don't mean nothing. If you in prison or not, God open that shit up. Tear them walls down. The walls don't mean nothing that was surrounding us, the Attica walls and all that. We walking through them. We walking outside. Once you get in tune with yourself, once you get in tune, that wall, that don't mean nothing. Them numbers don't mean nothing. Them letters don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Once you start walking right, when you start walking, stepping right for your peoples, stepping right for your family, stepping right for your community, all that shit gets shut down. You know what I'm saying? The Most High gonna come behind you. He gonna hold you up. He gonna confuse your enemies. They gonna be confused. How you get out of that? How you make it out? How you do that? We had them. Understand that? I'm telling you some good stuff. I've been there. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I've been in places where I didn't think I was gonna make it out of, and I'm here. I'm talking to you on the internet right now. I've been through stuff I ain't make it out of. That's because I always, regardless to what, hold the Most High in high regard. Always thinking right for myself, my families, and my peoples, regardless. So, I might be making a wrong step here and there, and I'm man enough to apologize that when I do make wrong steps, when I do the wrong things. But I stand firm on righteousness. I stand firm on what's right. You see what I'm saying? Once you coming from that position of right, it's hard for you to go wrong in this world. Once you standing on that, it's hard for things to go wrong for you in this world. Now, if you're doing a bunch of bullshit and you hiding your hand and you gonna have a lot of stuff coming to you. You got stuff coming to you. You see what I'm saying? But once you step on that righteous and you doing what's right, you really doing what's right, and you got good intentions in your heart, and you moving with love, and you moving with that, All this stuff gonna be easy, yo. Everything gonna be easy for you, bro. Everything was easy for me. Salute to Syracuse, you know what I'm saying? I went up there, I was in Syracuse. I got released to Syracuse. Parole made me go to Syracuse. I gave him a New York address and I gave him a Syracuse address where my wife was living. Parole made me go to Syracuse. I didn't go to Syracuse because I wanted to go. That was their decision. But salute to Syracuse, man. They held me down. They taught me the ropes. They accepted me like one of their kids. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They held me down, man. Salute to Syracuse, man. I mess with Syracuse, man. I mess with Syracuse, man. They gave me jobs. You know what I mean? They taught me, the streets and what the do's and don'ts. You know what I'm saying? They knew I was a queen's son. I wasn't raised there. They took me in. You know what I'm saying? They took me in. They sheltered me, yo. Means a lot. Word, salute to Syracuse, you heard? Syracuse made my jail dreams a reality. All that stuff I wanted to do, all that stuff I wanted to make happen, Syracuse made it happen for me. They helped me. Syracuse made it happen for me. Syracuse helped me. So Queens, make sure y'all salute Syracuse, man, for taking care of one of their Queen's sons. You know what I mean? They know I wasn't from there. You know what I mean? And I was in the hood messing with these kids and trying to help them, in a better way. A lot of these kids that I work with was just like me. Look like me, same charges as me, same stuff. I'm working with these kids, you know what I'm saying? In another community that I wasn't raised in, bro. I wasn't raised there, you know what I'm saying? They still allowed me to be in that community in the worst areas, you know what I'm saying? Accepted me, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Syracuse, you heard? Word, held me down. Salute to Syracuse, you heard? Can't say that enough, man. Salute to Syracuse, you heard? Embrace me, show me mad love, you know what I mean? I used to be outside and doing stuff and, he's holding me down, you know what I mean? Like showing me mad love, man. Salute to Syracuse, you heard? Real talk, salute to Syracuse. Salute to the real, the real rights, salute to the hoods, salute to the peoples up there, you know what I'm saying? They gave me my first ever job. Syracuse gave me my first ever job on the books in my life at 45 years old. Syracuse, yo. But yeah, but understand what you're saying, man. You ain't saying this for no reason, you know what I mean? Somebody might need this. Make sure you share this with somebody that might need this, you know what I'm saying? You might got a youngin' or somebody. Show them, yo. Show them what I've been through. Show them my life. Tell them about me. But like, yo, look, homie was doing all that shit. You know what I mean? Look, he turned it all around. Look at him now. You know what I'm saying? He got a house. He got nice cars. He got shit. You know what I'm saying? He out here with his wife. He living good. You know what I mean? He changed it all up. Use Moshe. Use these dudes as examples, yo. You got walking examples of dudes that was on straight nonsense and changed their whole life to something productive. You know what I'm saying? And use the example of guys going the other route. You can have it this way. And these guys, like I said, these guys that I'm mentioning is all stand up solid dudes. These is all solid stand up dudes. Stay true to all the codes, all the rules, all the street rules, didn't violate nothing. Stand up real dudes, man, that's out here doing a good thing for themselves and their community, bro. Went up top, learned from the elders, listened. A lot of us found religions, different religions. We got in tune. We stayed on timing. You know what I mean? And now we out here, you seeing us prosper, you know what I'm saying? No matter what we've been through. You see us fighting oppression on a different level out here in the community. You know what I'm saying? We out here marching, rallying, working in the organizations, trying to get the communities right, going. I just seen a Muslim brother pull up and Moshe posted it. Go follow Moshe Canty. But a Muslim brother pulled up, he got his whole attire on. You could tell, you could look and see he's Muslim, clearly. And he pulled up on them kids, young kids doing a video on Brooklyn. I think they was in Brooklyn. And, he was like, Muslims take care of Muslims. I'm coming out here, to support the Muslim brothers. And they didn't have that stuff on because they was doing a regular Brooklyn video. They look like regular kids up there in Brooklyn, but they was Muslim. You see what I'm saying? So it's important that we support each other, man, and that we show that stuff, that we step out there. Dudes are stepping out in places that other people wouldn't step out. We go and do things that other people couldn't do or won't do. You see what I'm saying? That's the strength of having the Moshes, the G Tripes, the Man Dudes, the Shockwells, because them type of dudes, man. The Pee Wees, the Ashans, they in tune with the streets. They in tune with, they good. And as far as they're not scared, a lot of people scared. A lot of people won't do things because of fear. A lot of these dudes is fearless. You see what I'm saying? Because of what we've been through, because of the trials and tribulations that the Most High put us through to make us these people we are today. All that stuff we've been through is for me to be here talking to you today, or everything I've been through in my life. Every little thing, the stories I don't tell you about, all that accumulated to me being right here, right now, talking to you. All of that, everything. You know what I'm saying? It's important to realize that. You know what I mean? We're not here for no reason. We all got a purpose. You know what I mean? We're not here for no reason. We got a purpose. We got purposes here. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. We got purposes here. And God, the Most High, He gonna put us through a lot of different things to teach us different lessons. Other stuff is happening around you to people. People ain't making it. You know, for whatever reason, whatever God's plan was for them. You see what I'm saying? I ain't think I was gonna make it to this age when I was outside doing the things I was doing in my community, bro. I ain't think I was. I ain't care at the time. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't care about life. I ain't care about nothing. I just knew, this is what I gotta do right here at this time. Just being honest, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't planning for the future. I didn't never think like 5 years ahead. You know what I'm saying? I ain't think 5 years ahead when I was 16, when I was 17. It was just chess. It was checkers. It was checkers, you know what I mean? Well, understand that, man. You know what I mean? Word. I hope y'all taking, I hope y'all reading. I hope y'all studying. I hope y'all are, you know what I mean? We get a lot of information right now. We get a lot of information in this age, you know what I'm saying? You get in contact with a lot of people that you wouldn't normally get to talk to, get to hear from. And let me tell you something, I talk now, but at one time in my life, I ain't talking, you ain't hear nothing about me. You ain't know what was going on with me. You know what I'm saying? But now I get the opportunity to give you some of the jewels and rules and stuff that I learned. You know what I mean? I just gotta give it back. I know it's my job to make sure y'all get it and y'all got it, and I'm giving that back. That's my job, you know what I'm saying? To make sure I pass on the correct information. Let me tell you something. As human beings, our only true task is to hold help other human beings and pass on information. We do it verbally and we do it genetically. As human beings, that's what we do. We pass on information. That's what we do. We do it through our bloodlines, chemically. We pass on to our kids. That's information being passed on. And we do it verbally. And we do it verbally. You understand what I'm saying? We do it in books. We do it on computers. Pass on information. You see what I'm saying? Make sure that information that you passing on is good information. It's good stuff. I try to make sure I put my first and give you my real life story, but to pass on the information of who I am today and where I came from, and our purposes in life. Word up, man. But it's a celebration, man. It's a celebration, you heard? I appreciate y'all for tapping in, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Like I said, it's a conversation, you heard? It's a conversation. Um, that's all it is, you know what I mean? It's a conversation. It's an ongoing conversation, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. My success is your success. We all one people. You know what I'm saying? We all one. Don't we separate ourselves and but we all one. You know what I mean? We all one. We one nation. We one people. You know what I'm saying? They divided us on purpose. You know what I'm talking about? We all one. I'm saying my success is yours. You know what I mean? Take a drink. You know what I mean? Another son is free. Another one of our sons is free. You know what I mean? Salute. You already know what it is. It's Mr. Hood Love, Mikey B. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last.